Good morning, welcome back to here, where we talk about BTS midlife mental health, how these things come together. Good note and bad note for me. Bad note is my AMA performances, which I held off watching for darn near 2 months just so I could watch them with you. They got blocked. It was up for 2 days and then it got blocked. I filed a dispute. We'll see how that goes. Whatever. I didn't expect nice things from James Corden and CBS anyhow, right? But on a positive note, thank you for 2,000 of you hitting the subscribe button and sticking around. It's not about me, it's about BTS and the community here that you all are forming, that we really do realize we never walk alone, and love these 7 souls from South Korea who have made so much of their life purpose so far to make sure that people everywhere, you and me, that we know that we don't walk alone. The fact that there are now 2,000 of us here celebrating BTS midlife mental health and how these things come together is surreal. I just wanted to connect with somebody, anybody who actually understood how transformative BTS is. So much more has come out of the last 1 year than that. Just thank you. I will work hard. I'm gonna work harder in 2022 than I did in 2021. I'm babbling. Let's get on with watching Rise of Bangtan 14 deleted and bonus scenes. Is there anything you want to see in February? Because we are here on the last of January. Is there anything you want us to watch? I mean, obviously we're gonna keep watching Aneesa's series. You know, it's crazy. This is so obviously Aneesa's series. This is her heart and the team she brought together to create the series. It's funny, when I first started watching, before I knew anything about Aneesa, I felt like the series was this shadowy figures series, right? But she puts at the beginning, it's an army edit. And I was like, no, there's somebody who's making this. I don't know who this person or these people are. And then I got to find out, because you guys knew and you directed me to Aneesa herself. Then, one of the absolute joys and highlights of my 2021 was getting to actually sit down with Aneesa and meet with her and see her heart. God bless Aneesa, she is busy, so she does not have time for me to be like, hey girl, let's get together for dinner again. But I'm probably going to try to do that any chance I get in 2022 or ever. But one day she'll be so busy having dinner with the men of BTS that she's definitely not going to have time to have dinner with little me or anybody else, because they are going to just want to bring her right into the Bangtan inner circle. Yes, they will. But don't they bring us all into the inner circle? And then after seeing her heart, I realized more than ever why she posts that it's an army edit at the beginning of each of them. There is something bigger going on than any one of us, than any one of the men of Bangtan. You know, when people say I'm in this Bangtan shit for life, it's because there is something so much bigger about all of us together. Oh, it feels good. It feels good, and when things feel really bad, we come back to remembering that this goodness exists. Anyhow, how did I get down that stream of consciousness? I don't know, it happens. I always say Bangtan just because it's easy, but it's so Americanized, right? It's Bangtan. Bangtan. I had a dream last night that there was an elected official in the state of Florida, and he was having to fight for his seat, like a runoff election, and he felt super justified, and he was super right-wing. But the person he was up against was Jungkook, who had won. All right, I gotta take it down a notch. I gotta focus. I gotta focus on. We always do deleted first and then bonus. Oh, captions on. HD on. Okay. I'll turn this crisis into an opportunity. You're my best decision. I think it's... I've never read the translation to this song. Now I have to go back and actually watch the intro. Look up the translation, full translation of the song too. This was one of my intro songs that like pulled me in. I'm still, oh. So I'm really glad His voice.
갑자기 약간 라라랜드 듣는데 이제
I've never watched La La Land, but they reference it a lot, right? I'm amazed that V's voice is so deep and so high.
굉장한 세트가
It's a total paradox.
무엇을 의미하는 건지.
서울 아니요. 서울 일본 맞나요? 그렇죠? 열심히 해야지 서울 일본인데. 내년이지.
I so want to watch them perform in Seoul and in Japan. I have a passport now.
내가 형 누니까 괜찮지. 근데 사람이 바뀔 거야 아마. 너가 얘기 좀 해줘. 그렇게 해라. 만약에 안 되면 내가 듣는. 수고했어. 믿을게. 너밖에 없어.
Oh my gosh. The appreciation they show not just for each other, but for that invisible staff that I referenced in the last video.
나도 괜찮은데?
라이브 연습 아니죠?
Hold on. Hold some thoughts. Oh my god, that voice.
저는 다 라이브 했으면 좋겠어요. 네.
내 주변 지인들은 라이가 지금
맞아.
멋있다고
Yes.
라이 얘기하더라.
이제 댄서분들이 인이어를 안 꼈으니까
느리게 추지.
느리게 추더라고. 근데 약간 나도 빠르기도 하고.
근데 지민이 형은 본능적으로 느리기 때문에 이제 조합이 딱 맞았다. 환상도. 그럴 수도 있어.
야, 지민아 가슴골이 너무 보인다 야.
No, you are not.
치명적이지 않냐?
잡아달라고 해요.
너무
No.
치명적이지 않냐?
Yes.
마구마구 때리자 이러고요.
Do make Army's heart beat like that, please.
야 머리 왜?
Why not?
아 죽을 것 같다.
새해 복 많이 받으시라고 다 큰절 한번 하는 거지.
지민.
야, 지금 이런 거 처음 봐.
지민
Do we realize how amazing it is that through watching performances together, watching performances of each other, watching performances of themselves even, they see new sides of each other. And like here they are giving each other crap because they're brothers and friends, brothers and best friends. It's pretty indisputable that performance, nobody watched that performance and thought, people are moving a little slow. That song is so powerful, and that performance was so powerful. I mean, just watching it in Rise of Bangtan 14 was... Hold on. I want to watch again. I was in shock. They were giving Jimin crap for his chest and for his moves. But now I want to watch again because I want to see the guys reacting. Because hot smoking.
내 주변 지인들은 라이가 지금
맞아.
멋있다고
다들 라이 얘기하더라.
이제 댄서분들이 인이어를 안 꼈으니까
느리게 추지.
느리게 추더라고. 근데 약간 나도 빠르기도 하고.
근데 지민이 형은 본능적으로 느리기 때문에 이제 조합이 딱 맞았다. 환상도. 그럴 수도 있어.
야 지민아 가슴골이 너무 보인다 야.
Look at Hobie's smile when he said that.
잡아달라고 해요.
너무 치명적이지 않냐?
지민이 섹시.
Look at Hobie's smile. Oh, he knows
남았지 여기서.
that.
야 머리.
There's no better way to end that performance.
새해 복 많이 받으시라고.
And they know it. Look at Suga's face.
야, 지금 이런 거 처음 봐.
지민이
Look at their faces. They know.
이때
Fatal.
왜 아무 제스처도 안 했냐면 몸 집중을 다 라이브로 한 거예요.
It didn't matter.
세트는 진짜 예뻐요.
Oh,
나올지 저도 궁금한데.
the short films. Talk about slaying a person. I reacted to those live. That was one of my first live reactions here. Oh my god. Oh, Jimin. That was so unnerving. Oh, the bathtub scene.
한번 할까요? 이제 너 빠지는 건 문제 없어.
How many times did he have to dry off to film that again?
다리가 정리가 안 돼. 다리가 정리가 안 돼.
Did they get away from him? Oh my god, his legs. His everything. Seriously, if you have not watched, actually, I don't like to promote my own reactions. Like, you should watch my reaction to that. I couldn't sleep that night. I was shaking for hours.
적힌 이제 그림을 제가 막 실어서 끌어내는 느낌.
I kind of missed the BU. I was confused by it. I am confused by
어떻게 해야
it.
돼요? 막 제가
But
막
the way that their videos tied together were... Oh my god, I don't even know words for it.
이번 씨는 홀로 이렇게 외로이 가다가
The white outfit, the white coat,
아버지라 생각하고
the dog.
투명 인간한테 엄청 맞는 씬. 자, 빵! 자, 빵! 자, 어퍼컷 빵! 이건 막 보는 게 있더니 이렇게 막. 아, 이렇게 해서 파는 거야? 혼자서 움직이는
I think Lie and Stigma were the two short films that, and Mama. Oh my god, Mama.
내가 달래고.
And then Jen's. I cried over and over watching Jen's, even just trying to edit it.
이건 진짜 수박이죠? 저는 통화 눌러주세요.
고맙습니다. 대형이 소개 표준 씨만.
안녕히 계세요.
세계 음원 차트에서 정규 2집 앨범 윙스가 1위에 오른 나라 숫자는
우와 이거 장난 아니야. 한국, 미국, 브라질, 칠레, 덴마크, 핀란드, 아일랜드, 라오스, 말레이시아, 뉴질랜드, 러시아, 싱가포르, 스웨덴, 터키, 브루나이, 브루니다.
And I hadn't heard of them still. What?
아니라 제가 뭐 가로수길을
And I've always
일본 팬분들이
been really into pop culture stuff. It's like, it was
얼마
fake.
전에 정글을 다녀왔는데 정글 비행기를 두
I was
번을
meant not to
갈아타고
know who they were
배를 두
yet.
번을 갈아타서 정글 깊숙이
Two
들어가서
planes and two boats.
팬분이 배를 대여해가지고 그 정글 그 촬영지까지 오신 거예요. 정글 역사상 처음이라고.
대박이다, 진짜
와, 방탄소년단의 인기는 정말 엄청나구나 제가 또 깨닫는 뭐 그런.
We all love his confidence.
보는 거고 따라하는 것만으로 안 되니까 그 열기를 몸으로 자기가 안무를 다 아시니까 공연을 하고 있으면 그 뒤쪽에 한 100몇몇 분이 모여서 저희랑 동시에 똑같이 플래시몹을 하세요.
Flashbacks to UNGA and their performance of Permission to Dance in New York, right? With an actual flash mob behind them. So incredible. It's almost like, since that happens anyhow, they have utilized it for Permission to Dance, which was just perfection and genius. And I will continue to say a big flip off to anybody who has shit to say about Permission to Dance. Jen's confidence. We love it, right?
와, 방탄소년단의 인기는 정말 엄청나구나 제가 또 깨닫는 뭐 그런.
We all love it.
정말 열정적이에요.
보는 거고 따라하는 것만으로 안 되니까 그 열기를 몸으로 자기가 안무를 다 아시니까 공연을.
You know, it reminds me a little bit of, I was talking with my husband in reference, it reminds me of Deadheads, Grateful Dead fans who through, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, followed the Grateful Dead everywhere they went. They wanted to, because it was something spiritual for them, and I don't know enough about Grateful Dead's discography. Like, I know nothing other than that one really creepy video in the 80s with all the rubbery puppet heads. That was like really cool and really traumatic for me as a child, but that's that's pretty much the extent of me knowing anything about the Grateful Dead. I don't know if their songs and music were transformative or if it's just great to be high to. I have no clue. But I do know Deadheads were an incredibly loyal fan base. And while BTS often get referenced to as Beatles and One Direction, these boy bands that have huge followings, I don't know if there was a spiritual component to the fandom of One Direction and Beatles. I know Beatles became spiritual later, but that was later. That wasn't when they were like mass audience touring. I know that like other fandoms have big fandoms also and very passionate fans, but there is something so spiritual about Wings. Like, let's talk about 2017, their Wings album. And it's only continued to grow and become more spiritual from there. The Love Yourself series. I mean, okay, let's passionate fans. All right, let's
그 뒤쪽에
take it down a
한
notch.
100명
Sorry.
분이 모여서 저희랑 동시에 똑같이 플래시몹을 하세요.
Namjoon with purple hair.
K-pop is a great mix of
Namjoon with
music,
pink hair.
choreography, performance, music videos, fashion, and social media. So people could feel really easily attractive out of it because when they like our music, okay, what else? And they find our
That's my
music
son's
videos
favorite
and
video.
choreographies and the social medias and like
It's
real
true,
life
it's
contents on
everything.
YouTube. So I think I would call K-pop like a total arts package. So I think people could easily feel attract for it.
I'm not knocking multis here. So if you're a multi, please do not misunderstand me. I am not attracted to the K-pop package. I'm attracted to BTS. It's been, that bigger thing has been pretty much a constant exploration for me since November 29th of 2020 on through meeting you, through going to LA, through what 2022 holds. And there is like a, I was just saying, I miss the BU. So K-pop really does have, if you're into multis, I completely get that too, because there is such multi-dimensional aspect of arts and vibrancy to all of this. I had an amazing conversation with a very, very special army about multis and how unfair it is that multis get attacked, especially old school multis. If it weren't for multis, BTS would not have become a big deal. The only people who followed them at debut were people who were already into K-pop. We can't fault the multis, right? And I try to listen to like Epic High and Shinhwa and understand more about the groups, Seotaji and the boys, Saotaji, pronunciation, sorry. The men who've inspired our men. All of this rambling, I'm sorry, that was a huge thing to inarticulately say. Why we love BTS isn't just because they're giving us Run BTS, and it's not because they're gorgeous, and it's not just because the songs are fun, and it's not just because the storytelling of the videos. All of those things do come together, but it's been what they choose to sing about that has been so transformative in so many lives, and how they are living those messages of love myself and growing up and transformation and map of the soul. These are things that they are actually embodying and making themselves vulnerable to share with ARMY as ARMY makes themselves vulnerable to BTS. That's where that passion lies. It's more than just, I'm still not articulate. I'm just excited. I'm excited and woo! Most wholesome V-Live they've ever done.
오늘은 가온
Oh!
시상식.
I'm so happy that Aneesa included
가온
this.
시상식만 있는 게 아닙니다. 다들 아무도 모르셨겠지만 오늘은 슬프게도
So this is really sad, and I kind of made a face. I made a face during chapter 14 when I was watching it after Jungkook's high school graduation. They were being asked for Hyung's feelings about all of it. And Jin said, because I attended your high school graduation, you have to attend my college graduation. And I made a face because, as we all know, Jin didn't get to attend his own college graduation. But this happened instead. And
대학 생활이 끝나는 졸업식이었습니다. 이 학사모를 쓰고 싶어서 가고 싶다 요청을 했지만 어쩔 수 없이 시상식이 있던 관계로 가지 못해서 셀프로 졸업을 하고자 셀프로 학사모와 가운을 준비했습니다.
아 잠깐만.
그 씌워드려야 되지 않겠습니까?
아 그래? 누가 씌워주는 거야?
졸업장 있나요?
없어.
우리 학생은 K모 대학교에서 아주 우수한 활동과 우수한 역량으로 학교를 졸업하였으므로 이에 졸업을 선고합니다.
아 감사합니다. 졸업을 선고하나요 보통? 아 졸업이다. 자 그럼 이렇게 학사모 던지는 모습을 정국이가 사진으로.
좋아요.
좋아 가자.
누가 부케라도 좀 받아주세요 저거.
부캐가 아니라 학사모.
학사모.
내년에 나 졸업하니까 내가 나갈게. 야 그래 너 졸업이냐? 네 저는 학사모가 없습니다. 사이버넷에서. 내가 접속할게. 너 졸업할 때 걱정하지 마.
I'll log on to you guys.
됐어? 됐어? 던지면 돼? 네. 하나 둘 셋.
졸업
축하합니다. 던장이 너무 작잖아. 이게 뭐야? 아니 정국이 졸업식에 멤버 다 왔는데 여기 내 졸업식에 왜 3명밖에 안 왔어? 내가 불러 갈게. 그래. 졸업 축하. 이게 뭐야? 졸업 축하합니다. 뭐야 나 방금 불꺼. 졸업 축하합니다.
하나 둘 셋. 와! 축하해요. 제가 소원 들었어요 방금?
그렇지.
무슨 소원?
소원. 야 소원 형 소원 딱 하나 아니냐? 방탄소년단 올해도 잘 되게. 형 딱 그거 하나 빌었어. 아미 여러분들 저는 이제 졸업하지만 졸업을 해서 사회에 나가는 만큼 아미 여러분들께 한 발자국 더 다가가겠습니다. 아 좋은 말했다. 그럼 갈게요. 축하한다 진영. 안녕.
Thank you for including that, Aneesa.
저 처음 왔을 때 제가 그래도 나름 이제 서울로 이제 살라고 오는 거니까 옷을 이만큼 가져왔었어요. 캐리어에다가 엄청 바리바리 싸서 왔는데 그때 슈가 형이 그거 싹 다 버리면 된다고 그랬어요.
그런 거 있잖아요. 연생 때는 정말 막 서로 옷 하나 막 받거나 이러면 선물 받거나 다들 막 돌려입고 막
그렇지 다 돌려놓지.
근데 지민이 옷은 안 입었어요.
지민이 옷 입어본 사람 있냐?
없어. 저 입은 사람 아니야?
What was wrong with his clothes?
옷을 다 빌려 입었었을 거예요 그때.
그래서 저희들이 좀 많이 이렇게 옷도 주고 이렇게 서로 좀 많이 나눠 입고 그랬거든요.
I want to know what clothes he
발표회
brought.
다녀오겠습니다. 저희 첫 제작 발표라서 좀 떨리긴 하지만 긴장되는 모습 절대 없게 제가 프로다운 모습으로.
He was the baby, right? Of his drama. I love him so
이번
much.
드라마에서는 햇살 같은 미소를 지닌 막내 한석 역을 맡았습니다. 먼저 시선 주세요. 햇살 같은 미소 한번 보여주시죠.
He doesn't really get embarrassed, does he? Hasn't he said that before?
드라마 화랑은 한국 드라마 최초로 신라시대 화랑을 소재로 했는데요. 1500년 전 신라에서도 서라벌을 누비던 꽃같은 사내 화랑들의 열정과 사랑, 성장을 다룬 작품입니다.
순수하다, 해맑다 라는 이미지가 많이 필요했습니다. 제일 막내 화랑이기도 했고 처음 그 미팅을 할 때 한눈에 반했어요.
Too
제가.
frivolous and too
귀엽게
cute.
생기고 너무 까불까불 귀여워가지고 뭐 연기 경험이 없어가지고 사실 좀 걱정을 하긴 했죠. 더더군다나 사극이기 때문에 연기적으로 좀 필요한 부분이 많았는데 뭐 리딩을 한번 해봤는데 충분히 그 훈련을 통해서 할 수 있겠다는 생각이 들었고.
우와! 진짜지? 약속했다. 아싸! 처음에 촬영할
I haven't
때는
watched
좀
it. I've
많이
seen so many
이제
clips. I love
어렵고
him.
좀 약간 긴장도 많이 되고 어색한 부분도 많이 있었는데 그래서 형들이랑 같이 이렇게 맞춰서 하니까 정말 더 재밌고 그리고 더 잘할 수 있었던 것
He
같습니다.
made two families.
오늘이 이제 마지막 촬영을 끝마쳤습니다. 쑥스럽습니다. 전 여기서 같이 길을 걸어주겠다는 화랑 형도 만났어요. 전 자유롭게 살겠습니다. 가문이니 권력이니 그런 거 생각 안 하고 화랑으로 살겠습니다.
저에 대해서 얘기 한번 해보고요. 최근에 저희 할머니가 돌아가셨고 저는 이 이야기를 제 친할머니가 9월 3일 날 저희 캠핑에 있을 때 아침에 제가 얘기를 들었어요. 근데 제가 이 상황에서는 그 당시에 저한테는 14년 부모님만큼 저를 키워주신 부모님 같은 존재였고
My grandmother raised me too.
저희 뮤직뱅크 첫 1위 할 때 그때 저희 할머니가 사부지였어요. 그래서 처음으로 할머니한테 언급한 것만 있어요.
축하합니다, 방탄소년단!
네, 저희 멤버들의 부모님 정말 감사하고요. 할머니, 할아버지 정말 사랑합니다. 감사합니다.
이제 방송에서나 태영이 TV 나오는 거 한 번만 보고 싶다라고 했거든요. 저는 이제 일할 때 할머니한테 이벤트 해주려고 한번 언급을 할머니 앞에서 하는 게 소원이었는데 이렇게 타이밍이 잘 안 맞았어요. 정말 누구보다 소중한 저희 친할머니가
He does.
정말 너희 팬분들도 많이 사랑을 해주라고 해주셨거든요, 우리 할머니가. 저는 그렇게 믿고 더 열심히 할 테니까 우리 아미 여러분도, 우리 가장 사랑하는 아미 여러분들도 정말 저에게는 소중한 우리 친할머니 한 번만 기억해 주세요.
Think about this, it is 5 years later. The legacy of his grandmother. Internationally, his grandmother is loved. Ugh. Good gosh. Woo. Man, if you're going through a relationship, House of Cards, that'll do it. That'll do you in. Alright, we should just have some like lightheartedness, right? Coming up here with bonus scenes. That's my thought. That's my theory. Focus on the precious intro. Even her intros are always amazing. No.
오늘 몸 풀어볼까? 야, 여기에 다리를 올리는 거야. 할 수 있을 것 같아. 어디야, 이거? 오, 야, 다리가 된다고, 이거? 하지마.
The tall one is like, what? I can't do that.
2분 남았습니다.
2분 남았습니다.
뭔가 느낌 있어.
소리 다 없애고 해줘야 겠죠.
아빠 F 코드 자꾸 끝내자.
That's like me with the ukulele. I've not been practicing enough.
이런 식으로 해서 고개 위로. 그 형은 진짜 형은 진짜 기타 잘 치는 것처럼 표정해야 돼.
What's one thing on your
Oh my god, Namjoon.
Oh, you want to release your first mixtape before you die, right? Okay.
I have the most powerful army, I think, in the world right now.
That's true. What's your most prized possessions? What's that, bud? Why are you like this?
맨하튼에서 쇼핑해야죠. Wants to shop in Manhattan like this?
That's
Maybe
so
you
weird.
get kicked out of the shop if you do that.
방탄.
That's it.
Jimmy is the letter like.
You wrote a letter?
Yeah, letter.
To you?
Yeah.
뭐라고 했었어요?
사랑한다.
Yeah, I won't translate that. You're writing your songs, right? Yeah. You're using beats? Yeah. And you're playing Overwatch? Yes. That's good. Everyone doing their jobs. If you weren't performing, what would you be doing?
Tennis player.
He used to play tennis when he was young. And he got the bronze medal in the contest, but there were only 3 teams. So.
good.
Who is the messiest roommate?
You
guys are touring and it's sold out, right?
Yes. 뭐지? 난 분명히 소리를 안 켰는데.
Yeah. It's horrible.
오. 오. 오.
It's like he was witnessing a ghost.
지니.
지니?
Yeah. 소원을 들어주고 싶었을 말해봐. Yeah. 저는 이제 미국 발음을 하면 Young Kim-in. Young Kim-in. 공항에서 그러더라고요. Young Kim-in, take care.
Moni.
좀 영어 이름은 좀 길지 않습니까 항상? 앞에 이제
Are they?
크리스찬 같은 거 붙여가지고 크리스찬 침침 이런 거 어떻습니까?
그래도 이제 피디님이 원하시는 이제 한 글자니까 I'm Jack.
Come back. My
Never let go, Jack.
bird is Seeger. Yeah, there's Justin Seeger. Yeah.
Did it used to be rare for him to do V-Lives?
누구야?
Because in 2021, he was cranking out one-man concerts.
아 뭐야?
노래 부르고 있더라.
이거 하고 있어 라이브.
잠 좀 자자. 노래 부르지만 이 야밤에.
안 들려요.
내가 들린다.
안 들려요.
He has to be able to. He came in, right?
안 들려. 들릴 수가 없어. 안 잡건데요? 아 뭐야 깜짝이야. 지민 형이 시끄럽다. 안 되겠군. 지민 형한테 복수를 해야 되겠어.
Oh my gosh, look, he's like shape-shifting.
어이가 없어서 뛰쳐나오고 넘어졌잖아요.
방송 중이에요 지금. 안녕하세요. 뭐야 다 들어와 왜?
Magnes!
간다.
I love the three of them V-living together.
몇 개월 정도 촬영을 하셨죠? 지금 막내가 군기가 잔뜩 지금 돼 있는데.
나 이제 말해. 네, 알겠습니다.
네.
저희가 4월 때부터
꽤 오래 촬영하셨군요.
8월 말까지 촬영을 했는데요.
네. 아이고.
눈치를 확실해? 얼마나 즐거웠어? 약간 많이. 왔어.
평소에 이렇게 굉장히 친하신 것 같은데 평소에도 이렇게 연락을 드라마 끝나고도 연락을 많이 하시나요?
엄청 자주 하죠. 네.
Taeyong seems like somebody who
막내가요.
제가 다 불러요.
오늘 뭐예요?
제가 다 불러요. 약간 조금
makes genuine friendships, deep friendships.
예. 그래서 그 얘기하려고 지금 물어본 거 알지?
And is capable of doing that with a lot of people.
괜찮더라고요.
멀쩡해.
멀쩡하지.
잘생겼고.
잘생겼지.
완전.
아니지.
그쪽에게 실수를 많이 할 것 같은데.
아 잘생겼다. 리액션 봐.
방송과 사석에서 이미지가 가장 다른 사람은?
태영이가 엄청 되게 남자이고 싶나 봐요, 요즘에.
평소에는 이미지가 어떠세요?
평소에요? 너무 귀엽고 사랑스러운 동생이에요, 진짜. 좀 다들 남자이니까 나도 남자여야 되겠다는 그런 사명감이 좀 있어요.
네.
그래서 그냥 약간 다들 다리 꼬고 있으면 저도 약간 좀 다리 꼬고.
이거 있잖아. 혼자 사랑하나 혼자 사랑이
What are they doing?
21살이에요. 그래. 나 몇 살이야?
They relentlessly give Jin crap for his age.
주황색이 이유는 뭔지 아니?
Really want some ramen.
야, 너 나는 안 때리고 파도를 해.
Jimin hits a lot. He is like such a lover and a little bit of a fighter. See? He used to do that a lot, it seems like. Does he still do that? I feel like I don't see Jimin whack at people as much anymore. God, they're such children.
아 이게 표시할 것 같지 않니? 왠지 동그란 게 호빵일 것 같아. 난 이거. 이거? 네. 보내줄게. 감사합니다.
Oh, I love Korean food so much.
야 어떻게 여기다 레몬 맛이 나지? 내가 봤을 때 이거 다야. 어? 하나만 더 해보자. 맛있겠다. 이거.
Is there such thing as a bad one?
아니야?
The song that should play when I enter a room is movie.
Yeah.
I bless you.
Good store, good store.
Yeah, good store, yeah.
What's your good luck charm?
이나요?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you have one?
What's this?
It's my face.
Could you show
It
them
is.
like a couple of the moves?
좀 발사.
Yeah. What's one artist you would love to collaborate with? 네. Why are you whispering? It's like Kanye West.
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
Koreans say like pronounce it like
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5 in Korea. It's not Maroon 5. It's Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. Not Rihanna. Rihanna.
It's not Chanel. It's Chanel.
Who is the best dancer in the group?
Your hope is your angel. Show your dance, man.
I love J-Hope. Oh my God.
Who out of
He's
the
insane.
rappers is the best?
I'm trying to stop saying that.
J-Hope?
It's not cool.
So, can you do the ad lib?
I need you.
I need you.
I feel like J-Hope actually might be the most versatile member of the group, and that's hard to say because they're all so capable in so many ways, right? But when I'm listening to their music, just purely listening, J-Hope's voice, his ability to drop bars and rap. I mean, if you had any doubt in his ability to drop bars, not just his own music, not just his own parts that he creates, but Suwutsu, when he did the flow from The Wichita, like that was huge, right? And then listen to him singing in Film Out or Jamais Vu, and then listen to him do the vocal ad-libs and hidden track on pretty much any song when the vocalists are singing and J-Hope's got a part. Very versatile.
Because start, stage, my heart, boom boom.
What's your favorite American fast food?
Panda Express. Panda Express.
I don't know why they're all whispering, but he said in and out.
Why are they whispering?
Animal style.
Oh yeah, animal style.
Animal
Yeah.
style.
What is animal style?
Sprite.
Is that an In-N-Out thing? Because I've never eaten it In-N-Out.
Fake love with a fake, he's locked up to me. Straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. Uptown funk.
Yeah.
Versace on the floor.
Who's the most likely to make you laugh?
Okay, next question.
What are your favorite rock bands?
People love If you could switch talents with anyone,
That makes my universe even more.
Who would it be and why?
I want JK.
JK? Oh, you want JK? For what?
그림 실력?
Oh, the drawing.
그림 실력.
그림 실력?
Yeah.
What's the brain failure?
그림 실력 is my 배우고 싶은 소재.
Red Monster, I'm proud of you. Man, I was so impressed. You possible English, man.
Thank you.
Oh, rain. Dark and wild. Dark and wild. Yeah, sorry. When you have 10-15 seconds just to take in their voices, you do it. That's what you do. That's what we do. So as always, that was actually a whole lot of fun. And I don't have any big, profound revelations today, and I'm not having struggle bus moments today, though I've had plenty this weekend so far in 2022. We're not even finished with January. But again, 1 year ago, pretty much right now, I was actually filming a video. If you don't know much about my previous channel, that was right here on this channel. I think I had like maybe 50 subscribers, and I had been making videos on and off since I got my first lipstick at 37. I had been searching, I knew I had lost myself a long time earlier, and I was grabbing little bricks back toward myself, or little bricks maybe to dismantle the wall between me and myself. And that's kind of what my channel had been before, was an exploration of aging, feeling unloved, and playing with makeup. All of that was fine and great and good, but I knew things were different after Bangtan was in my life. A couple months later, not only did I know things were different because Bangtan was in my life, but I also knew I might be giving up everything as I had ever known it before in order to explore everything that Bangtan was starting to show me and offer me. The magic shop. So yeah, 1 year ago, I finally decided I was going to make a video and start talking about this exploration, and alas, here we are. So it's incredible what the last year has been. It's incredible what the next year will be. Shit is hard. I will just say that. This isn't easy, and I know I've talked to some of you, and your journeys have not been easy and are not easy right now for a lot of you. And for those of you who are, that is phenomenal. For those of you who came into Bangtan just because it brought you like joy when you were already in a good place, I actually met an army like that at the airport, and that was like incredible. And then for those of us who actually had a moment where we were watching a video or a song and Namjoon put out his hand and said, "Take it," or Jiminy lifted out his hand in blood, sweat, and tears, or in my case, Dynamite. I needed motivation to get up and move and walk, and to believe that color existed in the world again, and that was the Trojan horse that brought me in to the day that saved my life, when the rest of their songs, when their voices just infiltrated me on a cellular level. I feel like whining right now, like Taehyung or Jimin. I just whacked my elbow. I'm gonna shut up now, because I'm not even sure what I'm babbling about, other than you never walk alone. God loves you, BTS loves you, I love you, BTS loves you. Love yourself. Listen to their messages when you feel alone. Share your journeys with people, and remember that Bangtan, they're sharing their journey with us. We're sharing our journey with each other. We're all walking each other home thanks to Bangtan. We have a sense of what home feels like. We feel home. We feel all the love and divinity that God has planted into our human experience. Go into the magic shop. I am gonna stop. I will talk to you later. Have a good weekend.